Hello, today is my wash day. I'm Monica. Welcome to my channel or welcome back. Yesterday was a day that a lot of people celebrate love, and I wasn't feeling so great. I don't know if I ate too many roses, I drank too much rose tea, or ate too many Girl Scout cookies the night before. But today I'm going to have a little fun on my channel, and I am going to do a love story, the greatest love story ever told. Are you ready? Okay. So I'm in my character, and I've never aspired to be an actress, but I have a cousin who has always, growing up, we went to church, but we always had some type of play or skit that we were involved in, and he always has something every year called Ladies Night Out. For I don't know how many years he's done it, but he's always had either a some type of event or a play every year for years. And this reminds me of a play that something my cousin might think about, but this is the greatest love story that was ever told. Once upon a time, there was a king, and he was scouting out the women in the land to add to his kingdom. There were women that were brought from far and wide, so many shapes, so many shades. Oh my goodness, beautiful tresses of hair. But there was one woman that stood out above all the rest. Her skin was dark. She did not fit the part. She did not have beautiful clothing to wear. She seemed so humble and like just an ordinary girl. As a matter of fact, she just seemed just like she didn't fit in. She did not smell the best. She did not have fancy clothing. She did not have jewelry or any of those things. And yet, who brought her before the king? So the king wanted to do an inspection. He said, this is the strangest woman that I have ever seen. And they said, King, you have not seen anything yet until you see her hair. It does amazing things. And so the king walked up to this dark woman and he said, let me see your face. Let me look into your eyes. He took his two fingers. He put them in the corner of her eyes and he pulled them slightly to the side. He said, let me see the true shape of your eyes. What beautiful eyes you have. And she batted her eyes before the king. And the king said, let me check out your nose. And he took his two fingers and he pulled her nose. And he said, what a beautiful nose. And he ran his finger across her lips. And he said, your lips are thin. And he took the two fingers of his and pulled her lips apart or to the side to see how it would look if she smiled. And then he heard a laugh, and it was music and delight to his ears. And they said, oh, king, but you haven't seen anything yet. He said, but she has beautiful almond-shaped eyes, and her nose is perfect, and her lips are so beautiful, but her smile is even the more. And he said, I have not heard her voice, but the sound of her laugh just gave me goosebumps. I would like her to have everything for a year. I want her to go through a purging. I want her to have a flaxseed massage in her hair. I want her to have olive oils in her hair. One of my favorite scents is orange. He said, put orange essential oil in her olive and almond oils for her hair so that when I walk past her, I will smell my favorite things. He said, I want you to put tea tree oil in her hair. He said, I want you to use Shikai Kai to clean her hair. No more of those cheap things she's been using. Use Amla to condition her hair. Oh my goodness. And they said, but King, you have not seen her hair. And so he said, okay, let me see her hair. They said, King, is nothing like you've ever seen. So she took off her bonnet. And they said, oh my goodness. And all the other women were standing back in amazement, like, oh no. I know the King is not going to choose her. And then she took off her stocking cap, and they said, all the women giggled. Oh my goodness, King. And the King gasped. And he said, what is this? Now I try to make my hair as short looking as possible. And the King walked up to her. And he said, where is your hair? And he went. And he looked and he said, what is this? I've never seen anything like it. And he took his fingers and he grabbed a coil and he pulled on it. And he pulled and he pulled and he pulled and he kept pulling and he kept pulling and he kept pulling. And he said, and he let it go and it bounced back. And he said, oh my goodness, this is so amazing. And he went to the other side. And he took something that he felt like was hanging and he pulled 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 and he kept pulling. And he says, oh my. And he let it go. And it bounced back. And she just neatly tucked it back. And he said, oh my goodness. This hair is an amazing thing, more amazing than I've ever seen. So he said, take heated flaxseed and put it in her hair. So she took the flaxseed. Oh my goodness, it was warm and it was heated. As a matter of fact, the servants did it. And they put it all throughout her hair. And he said, oh my goodness, look at the definition in her arms. And the flaxseed gel felt amazing. So they sectioned her hair in 4 parts. And they took one section and saturated it with the flax gel, the warm flax gel. And her eyes rolled into the back of her head. It felt so good upon her scalp. And she was so amazed. And they put scented oil in the flaxseed so it smelled amazing. And the King said, oh my, look, her hair. Oh my goodness, it's stretching and stretching and stretching. What an amazing thing. And it kept going and going. So they went through the process. And they put the flaxseed on her hair and they massaged it for 30 minutes to an hour. And he said, give her the finest things. Treat her as royalty. What is it that she likes? And they said she loves scarves. He said, give her beautiful scarves. So they brought her beautiful scarves. He said, give her purple for royalty. And he said, make sure it has a touch of red in it. That is one of my favorite colors. It ignites passion and fire. And so she had a beautiful scarf. And he says, give her the finest things. So they brought her these beautiful containers and told them to fill them up with the finest things. And tie a towel upon her head. And last but not least, they said, put her in